Hey guys, it's Drew Chantel and welcome back with Dinner with Drew. Today we're having broccoli, rice, spring rolls, vegan chicken tenders, soy sauce, and sweet and sour sauce. Let me take a quick thumbnail and then we will get in and then we're gonna have a little review of a show I was watching. Okay, probably we'll change that thumbnail because I don't like it. But anyways, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have the little, I use these to mold the rice, but the two on the side fell. So as you can see how they're like little molds of rice? Not mold, like a mold of rice. And then I have some salt and pepper on top. That's what you see. But yeah, the two collapsed on the side. All right, so I'm going to have some broccoli first. I boiled it in this time instead of put it in the oven. It just doesn't really go when you're having like rice. Boiled broccoli with rice just seems better than oven baked. I don't know, does that make sense? Let's get into these bad boys. Let's dip it. It's just easier. Woo. So you're gonna put a little soy sauce on there. So anyways, so I'm watching Peacock. There's a show on called Deadly Cruises. And apparently it's been on a while. The first season has 26 episodes. Second season has 14. I don't know if they're still not, they might be halfway done with the second season. So it could be more episodes. Well, you guys, I thought it was going to be about like, people have accidents, they fall overboard, things like that. But I guess, hello, that it wouldn't be considered murder. So I'm watching it and I'm like, wow, okay. 5th episode. A 55-year-old teacher, an educator, goes on a 7-day cruise from Alaska to Ohio. She's going to go to family reunion. There's 2 daughters. I think they're like teenagers, like going to college kind of age, because they said she was going to be an empty nester soon. So maybe they were leaving soon. Anyways, the husband also used to be a teacher, and then he became a superintendent, and then he worked for FBI. So that was like a big career change for him, right? This is important. This is why I'm telling you this. So it was the first time she had gone. It was like It was the first time she was going to go to that area. First time she was going to take a cruise ever. And the first time she was going to take a vacation by herself. So she had a lot of firsts. But being she's an educator, you think it's fine. So she was a collector of like jewelry and stuff, right? And she brought some of her jewelry on with her, which I probably wouldn't have done, being I was by myself. And number 2, according to the show, she wasn't locking in the safe because there's a scene where she asked a maid for some hand towels because she didn't want to bother her the next morning. So while she's there, while the maid's there giving a test, she just like tucks her jewelry, like a purse with jewelry, under the bed. So to me, that shows you she didn't put it in a safe. That's what, you know. So the first night she goes out, she sits at a table, and behind her is like a rowdy couple having an argument. And so she gets up and goes over there, which, again, I don't know. I think I'm gonna call someone to do it for me because I'm by myself, right? And the people on the table, they barely know each other. I mean, they just met. So she confronts them, tells them to keep it down, whatever. And, you know, I totally get it. If someone's like a female and a husband are fighting and it's uncomfortable and you don't know what's going to happen, you want to be like, hey, can you make sure she's okay? Make sure this guy's okay. I would get like a security. Anyways, so she decides she's going to go back to her room. So she gets back to her room. She notices she has missing stuff. Her jewelry's missing. So she doesn't want to tell her husband, which I would have. He's in the FBI. So doesn't want to tell her husband. So she's like, you know what? Maybe they just saw my jewelry and put it away from me. Nope. Not the case. Doesn't report it. So the next day, she decides to go out again. And this time, who did she encounter? The same couple fighting. Apparently, this guy drinks a lot and can't handle it. Like, you know how people get when they're drunk. And so, on top of that, this guy is like kind of talking to her. She's not really into it. And she's like, you know what? She's still feeling uneasy about her jewelry being stolen. She was like, you know, I'm just going to go back to my room. Like, so anyways, so the maid sees this, you know, so the maid sees her going back to her room while irritating. This guy's like trying to follow her. She's like, no, leave me alone, whatever, whatever. So then I guess she decides to start walking around the boat. And she sees the person with her jewelry. Now, at this point, there's 3 suspects. We know the maid saw her with the jewelry, the drunken guy and his wife, and then the annoying guy. So you're like, oh my goodness, who is it? So she sees the person, confronts the person. There was a struggle. She gets knocked out. Her rings get taken. Next thing you know, she like, you know, comes to. And the struggle begins. And she ends up getting pushed overboard. So at this point, I can't remember if they docked it or about to dock, but all I know her husband had to call her and contact her, and he couldn't get a hold of her. So you think he's going to wait? No. He hightailed it out there, told his daughter, your mom's sick. I'm just going to go make sure she's okay. Because he didn't know what happened. So then a fisherman finds her body on the shore. Well, he wants to get help. So they're bringing all 3 people. Well, they bring in the couple. And the couple says, you know, he was drunk last night. He actually hit his head. We were in infirmary all night. We can prove it. Then the creepy guy, he actually found someone else to hook up with. So he was with her all night. And then the maid's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. Then she confesses. I was so shocked that it was the maid. She said that everything happened that was true. It was a fight. She got knocked unconscious. she didn't mean to kill her, but she ended up just throwing her over. I'm like, how do you push someone overboard? Like, what? And so the detective's saying that they never seen someone confess so fast. I'm like, so just like, yeah, I did it. So I'm like, I just felt so bad for her because she just did not have a good trip from day one. And it just seems like every day there was something. Like, it was just like just a sad ending, because I'm sure she thought in her right mind it was okay to do these things, like confront people and say, hey, that's not yours, it's mine. But as a safety precaution, please don't ever do that. Like, get help, get someone, you know. I'm sure we all would do the same thing, like, oh, you want to confront the person who stole your whatever. But at the end of the day, materials are not worth it if it's your life. So it was just a really sad case. And it was like so many firsts for her, first trip by herself. It's like, imagine going on a trip. Oh, she's going on a trip by herself, and then she doesn't come back alive. Like, it was just really sad. But yeah, I believe it's called Deadly Cruises. And I mean, it's kind of crazy that these people are getting murdered. And I guess it's crazy that these people are getting murdered, not only the cruise ship, but it's who's doing the murdering. This was the first one out of 5 that was a stranger who had done it. That's all I'll say. So yeah, Peacock, you gotta watch it. Like, it's probably something you don't want to watch, because that, like I said, 26 episodes on the first season and 14 on the second. That is way too much murder on a ship. So we'll see how many more episodes I have. But I just was so shocked to find out how these people were dying, and it was just crazy. But this lady, I just felt so bad for her, because I just felt like she could have been saved if she, you know what I mean? Like, it was just sad. But anyways, you guys, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. We will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.